The turn of a new year on the calendar with the same old result for the Baltimore Ravens. A double-digit blown lead, and while they are backing their way into the playoffs, their run is surely in doubt. Flex on Podcast here, y'all. Happy New Year. It is time for the official Baltimore Ravens post-game show. We're running that three-man weave tonight. All three are in attendance. God's favorite host, Theo Donis, Sportnet, and of course, the social media producer, Big Raj. Only place giving you sports how you want to need it. Happy New Year again. Sack that subscribe button, hit that like button, bulldoze that bell, vote on the poll. Let us know your thoughts on the Ravens and the crushing 16-13 home loss to their bitter rivals, Pittsburgh Steelers. The official Baltimore Ravens postgame show starts right after this. Happy New Year from the Flex Zone Podcast, the only place, fellas, giving you sports how you want it.
You need it.
And what you need right now is that official Baltimore Ravens post-game show. We're not going to waste too much of your time. Get through the spiel real quick. Sack that subscribe button. Stick that like button. Bulldoze that bell. And vote on the poll. Can the Ravens make a deep playoff run? Yes or no? Let us know. Got the social media producer, Big Raj, in the building, and Dio Dominus, the head of Sport Network. Make sure you subscribe to him as well. Fellas, I'm going to let you guys go at it. Ravens lose 16-13, up by double digits yet again. Got some favorable matchups, calls in this game. Actually was able to put the ball in the end zone before halftime, but let Kenny Pickett for the second straight week get a come-from-behind win. And we call the Pittsburgh Steelers the cockroaches because they never die. Fellas, I got to get your immediate thoughts after this crushing defeat as the Ravens are backing into the playoffs now, the number 6 seed, and might potentially have to play the Bengals 2 straight weeks.
No Byron tonight. It's not going to be the friendly DSN here. That's usually coming at you, popping up kids, popping up folks. Tonight, I'm very pissed the hell off. I'm tired of this shit with this football team. Consistently, they blow leads. Consistently. They had another 10-point lead tonight. Blew it. Yes, we know Lamar sitting on the bench with his glasses looking great. We get all that. We know he's hurt. We get it. The Ravens play calling sucks. Greg Roman ass should have been out of here a damn year ago. We're tired of his nonsense. The defense tonight reverted back to the defense before Roquan came back. They couldn't stop the run. Stevens was the pigeon, getting his ass handed to him consistently. It was annoying, very annoying. They play close games. They do that. We get it. We're tired of saying the same thing throughout the season. They are who we thought they were at this point. They're an okay team that's going to be bowed out even in the first round or in the second round. It's getting annoying. It's annoying to watch this damn football team consistently. It's sickening at this point to watch them consistently be close and then either find a way to lose at the end or find a creative, stressful ass way to win. Make people pass out in the hospital. They stressing the hell out. They're trying to get people killed. This shit makes no goddamn sense. It's getting annoying. It's very annoying. The Pittsburgh Steelers, to their credit, they played like they needed to win tonight, and they did. The Baltimore Ravens once again played like, we're in the playoffs, we're okay. You know, we're gonna be all right. The play calling sucks in the red zone. They don't know how to get the damn ball in the end zone. It's annoying to see. Even Lamar was in there, they struggled with it as well. So it's not just a quarterback issue. It's a schematic issue. They need to address the shit. I said it last year. Both coordinators need to get the fuck out the door. They got rid of one of them. They didn't get rid of the main one they need to get because that cheeseburger-eating son of a bitch up in that box can kiss my ass tonight. Tired of saying this shit. Go ahead, Roger.
Oh, wow. While Raj gets himself together real quick, everybody, Happy New Year. Please hit the like button if you can. Hit the subscribe button. We got angry Dio Dominus in the building. We don't see this often. He ain't being nice to the kids and the coaches today. He's unleashing on everybody. Happy New Year from the Flex Zone. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. This is the Ravens post-game show. We do this after every game, win or lose, as you see. And make sure you vote on the poll as well. Raj, the floor is yours, brother. I don't know how you follow that Dio Damas Unleashed, man. It's been a while since we heard that.
Hey man, I don't know what to really say, man. That was the funniest thing I've seen all day, honestly. And to be honest with you, I'm not even that mad as he is. We done seen this all season long. They do the same stuff over and over again. They had another double-digit lead. They can't find a way to close. They have no wide receivers. The only person that got open tonight seemed to be Andrews. Marcus Robinson, or whatever his name is, had one catch yet again. He had one catch. J.K. Dobbins looked great. Gus Edwards did a little something. Like D said, it's the same thing we see every week. And you showcasing Lamar Jackson in his glasses on the sidelines. And, I mean, he looked good. I mean, but we need you to play, brother. We don't need you to be looking good on the sidelines. We've seen Greg Roman in the booth. I thought a cheeseburger was on the side. I got to look again on the replay.
What shit on that play card? I know that.
The play calling was terrible, and especially in key moments. This team is just, like D said, they who we thought they were the whole season. They're front runners. I think Dre said it a couple of weeks back. It's just very frustrating. They're very frustrating to watch. They're frustrating every week. Even when they win, they're frustrating. So I'm not upset, honestly. I expect them to be a close game. That's exactly what the Ravens like to do. They like to produce close games. And I'm not even discussing it anymore. I expect this team to be one and done when they do make the playoffs. When the playoffs do start, they probably will be playing the Bengals twice. And it's just a damn shame, honestly, because we had so much high hopes going into this season. And, from like the start of it, we thought that they was going to have a really, really, really good season. We thought, I was personally hoping Rashad Bateman was going to definitely have a breakout season, over 1,000+ yards, and maybe like 7 to 8 touchdowns. And he ends up getting hurt. Duvernay gets hurt later on in the season, and there's nobody to catch the football. Not one wide receiver that's like capable of taking over a game. And the difference between the Ravens and the Steelers is this: when the game mattered the most, you saw that the Steelers, the last drive, you saw the Steelers wide receiver step up. You saw the tight end step up, Farmer, and you saw Johnson, and you saw Pickens, doing what he does best. And when it was time for our wide receivers to do anything, we couldn't even get open to do anything. So it's frustrating as a Ravens fan. I'm highly disgusted, honestly, for the whole season, not just today, but just the season in general. It's a downer. Every time we turn on a radio station, there's something going on. Or if you're watching TV and they're talking about the Ravens, there's something going on in the background. There's always something negative. There's always something about Lamar's contract or his injury or the fact that he can't stay on the field or he might get traded. It's just a bunch of negative talk. And it's very frustrating. It's very tiring. And to be honest with you, I can't wait till the season is over. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm glad we made the playoffs. It's good to make the playoffs, but you already know that this team is not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They show it to you every week, and they fight hard, which is good, but they just don't have the talent to get the job done on offense. They don't have the talent, and the defense can't hold anybody forever.
Let's get into the box score. Tyler Huntley, 14 of 21, 130 yards, 6 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, was sacked once. You got J.K. Dobbins, 17 carries, 93 yards. Tyler Huntley, 7 for 24. Gus Edwards, 3 for 2 yards. And Isabella, 1 for 1 yards. Offensively, man, they were putrid to say the least. And receiver-wise, Andrews had 100 yards, 9 for 100. But other than that, likely 3 for 12 with a touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 1 for 9. DeMarcus Robinson, 1 for 9 as well. D, the offensive line got owned as well. Just your thoughts on the offense as well.
I mean, the offense is, at this point, without Lamar, it ain't imaginative to begin with. Starts with play calling up top. The execution down below outside of Andrews ain't much. Dobbins tried to run the ball a little bit tonight. He had spurts he did well, and he had spurts he didn't. Nobody really got it going outside of Andrews on offense, and it's just sickening to watch. Lamar has left, and these dudes can't even sniff 14 points. They can't even sniff it. They don't even know how it looks. I mean, we had that idiot Brian from Orange Mills call in the 105.7 The Fan. I heard him right before we was doing the post game here. They had the nerve to say, "Oh, why wasn't Pittsburgh taking their time out? Pittsburgh got the damn momentum." And we're going to talk about the defense in a moment. But John Harbaugh knows his defense. He know he needed time on the clock because that motherfuckers wasn't going to stop him. They wasn't going to stop him. That ain't just simple. They wasn't going to stop him. And the Ravens offense, they came out there, 52 seconds left. Then they get in Tucker range. False start here, hold there. I mean, every time they got a little momentum with certain calls, they didn't get it done. They needed a penalty to score the touchdown for halftime. Thank you, Hayward, being a dummy. But they needed that because they didn't do that. It would have been a field goal.
How about the Justice Hill return past the 50? They can't score nothing. 3 and out.
I couldn't do anything, man. They rolled over, and the offense stinks. It stinks with Greg Roman as the play caller. Put him to pasture, send him to Chicago. Bills needs his help. Bills needs his help desperately. He can get him going, and then Greg can go to college. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the Ravens, please, did you watch the college football playoff yesterday? The 2 wide receivers with TCU, Marvin Harrison's son, and company in Ohio State. We need to draft at least one of them cats, if not 2 of them, 1 from each team. You need to be scouting. You haven't done it in 25-plus years at the wide receiver spot. Every team has at least tripped over a decent wide receiver. Y'all need to get shit done, man, in the draft. Every time you go out and get these washed-up receivers, Robinson is not getting passes for Patrick Mahomes no more. Jackson ain't in his prime no more. Getting these old cats in here. Sammy Watkins sucks. We haven't seen Sammy Watkins do well since Clemson. He sucks. We need to draft one. That's the name of the game. You ain't going to be able to pay one now because you're about to pay Lamar and Roquan Smith. Draft a damn receiver. Draft some skilled players so your team don't look like crap consistently.
Thank you, D. Go ahead, Raj, on the offense.
I think they didn't set it all, man. I mean, they need to draft in the offseason. It's basically what it comes down to. I mean, you saw it in the fourth quarter when the times got hard, like I said before, there's nobody to get the football except Andrews. Andrews is the only person that did something today as far as catching the ball. J.K. tried to do his thing, but he was shut down in the fourth quarter. Gus Edwards was shut down as well, and they couldn't get the job done at all. Like you said, Deshaun Jackson, he's just a one-catch guy. He just catches one ball a game, and then after that, you never see him again. And Sammy Watkins, I don't even know why we even got him off the practice. Off of the waiver wire. He should have kept his ass on the waiver wire because that's exactly where he belongs. If you can't get it done in Green Bay, what you expect from him to do here? Yeah, he played here last year, but he didn't do anything last year either most of the time. So it's a damn shame, honestly. Like Dee said, offensively, they're disgusting. Tyler Huntley tried. I don't expect much from him because he's a backup, and he does make a lot of mistakes at times. But it's like this offense needs an overhaul. They got to get rid of Greg Roman. He has got to go. I'm tired of the QB runs. I'm sick of seeing them. I'm sick of terrible play calling on third down, especially when you need to get yards. They can't get them. They're getting these penalties. Moses is allowing T.J. Watt to sack the quarterback. It's just too much, man. It seems like every time they get, like you said, every time they got momentum in this game, either a penalty was called, they got sacked, or they did something stupid. And offensively, they hurt themselves. They shot themselves in the foot too many times tonight. So, I mean, the offense was abysmal in the second half, and that's what caused them to lose. No shot. It is what it is.
Let's get to the defense. Kenny Pickett went 15 to 27, 168, 1 touchdown, 6.2 per attempt. They ran the ball all over this defense, 22 carries, 111 yards for Najee Harris. Jaylen Warren had 12 for 76. Friday had 3 for 36. Deontay Johnson, 2 for 35. Sims, 3 for 34. Pickens, 2 for 29. And Warren, 3 for 22. Defensively for the Ravens, Chuck Clark had 10 tackles. Marcus Williams had 9. Roquan Smith had 9. Brandon Stevens had 8. Kyle Hamilton had 6. Matabike and JPP both had sacks, but the pass rush when we needed them the most wasn't there in the last two drives. The last two drives, I think, were both 80-plus yards by the Steelers, and coming into that at home, and the Ravens hadn't given up a touchdown in, 14, 15 quarters? So go ahead, Raj, I'll start with you.
Yeah, man, they didn't get up a touchdown in 14 or 15 quarters. They held them down most of the game, like they usually do. And like I told you before, man, when that 2-minute warning is hitting, you already know they're going to finally break or completely bend. Today they completely broke. But this is exactly what they do. They don't close out games. I said every week, they don't close out games consistently. And they couldn't get a sack. They couldn't get off the field. They couldn't stop the run. Najee Harris was getting all in that ass, all down that throat. He kept running the football. And Kenny Pickett finally, was able to pick us off, piece by piece until he got the touchdown. And that's the most frustrating thing, man. You got all this money on the defense. I've been saying this every week. You got all this money planted on the defense. Marlon Humphrey's got a big contract. Roquan Smith is going to get a big contract. And then you got Peters on the sidelines, Campbell on the sidelines. They're both hurt. And you can't stop nobody key down. So, yeah, the defense did play well, the first 3 quarters, but you can't stop it when it counts. What difference does it make? It just doesn't matter at the end. And they broke. They broke again. It's not the first time we've seen this. It's about the 5th time we've seen this. The last time they broke down like this was against Jacksonville. And now guess what? Jacksonville has a chance to make the playoffs because the Ravens started this, and now Jacksonville is going to finish it. So this is what the Ravens do, man. They don't finish games. If they would finish games, they would be in a better position right now. But they don't finish games. And the defense, they're pretty good. But when it counts the most, they let you down. They let us down tonight. And it just is what it is. Shout out to Najee Harris. Shout out to Kenny Pickett. Shout out to those wide receivers over there in Pittsburgh, man. They got the job done. Mike Tomlin knew exactly what he was doing. He saw the game plan. He stuck to it. He ran the football consistently. They didn't turn the ball over too much. And they just beat us at our own game. They beat us at our own game. So, yeah, the defense tried. They just couldn't get it done.
D, I'm going to get your thoughts on the defense. Still only gave up 16 points.
With the defense, woulda, coulda, shoulda. And that's what it usually be, and they don't get it done. Did they play well enough to win again? Of course, they only gave up 16 points. Roquan Smith had to put a Ray Lewis impersonation out there because he had to be everywhere. And most of the time he got the tackle, but there was some plays he didn't make. But we can make a pass on that. That's okay. Stevens is a damn pitcher. He gets destroyed most games than not. He don't turn around. They picked on him tonight. Marlon Humphrey didn't get never thrown to him because they like, hey, we know, Marlon Humphrey's a Pro Bowl, a top corner. We're going to pick on that other bastard on the other side that's taking the joint. Pick on him. And that's what they did. They picked on him. The Ravens, when they need to get a stop, ever since Ray Lewis and them gone, more times than not, they don't get it. I mean, it is what it is now. That part don't even make me mad. It is what it is. They can't get a stop with the defense. Pittsburgh found a way to win. We've seen this many times in the Ravens-Steelers rivalry over the years. The Steelers, when they need to get a win desperately, and they play in the Ravens, 80% of the time they usually get it. Now, it's been some times they haven't, but more times than not they get it. And they found a way tonight. The Ravens, once again, woulda, shoulda, coulda, but didn't get the job done.
And like Dr. GTV said, they out there dancing and shucking and jiving, and they can't even finish the plays, man. And having 12 men in a huddle, defensive holding. Kyle Hamilton missed a few plays. Can't get off blocks. I mean, the defense just looked lost at times.
Big time loss.
I want to ask y'all about the Lamar situation because he's sitting on the sideline with his shades on. I'm sure he put those on strategically, looking like the meme where they got the glasses on and he's over there sitting saying, ha, 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 laughing. But rumors coming out the past couple of weeks that he may not play the rest of the season. He may not be back to the playoffs. He's not attending his treatment. We don't know who's leaking this information. Lamar isn't saying anything. John Harbaugh's saying, I can only coach the guys who are here. I have no idea about that. This Lamar Jackson situation, I mean, it's not getting any more nicer. It's only going to get messier. Does Lamar play this season? Raj, I'll start with you.
I'm gonna let D add this one.
Go ahead, D.
First of all, we heard these rumors, and who it was coming from, Mike, the columnist, Preston, you need to shut the hell up, okay? You are not a reporter. You give your opinion. You give your report card every week. You come on the fan. You give your opinion. You're not a damn reporter. You're not an insider. You're not locking forward. You're not none of them cats. Unless you give up a source who gave you that info, you shut the hell up. But you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And he got rolled for it during the week. Now, if some of these rumors true, Lamar, I hope they're not. It do look like, hey, he looked more healthy. He should be out there. Now, it might be best to keep him out. If Cincinnati win tomorrow night, win the division, it might be best to keep him out one more week. Just make sure he's right for the postseason. But the rumors, where they're coming from, these folks need to stay in the damn lanes. You're not a reporter. If you're not reporting on news, you're not Mark Viviano or our main man, Gordon Woodland, guys like that, you need to shut the hell up and just give your opinion. Stephen A. Smith, shut the hell up and just give your opinion. Okay? Skip Bayless talking about he's in the Raven like with no shit. Unless you give a source up, you don't. You're just giving your opinion. Stick to giving your opinion and let the folks report the news, report it, and then give your opinion. Don't try to report the news thinking you know, and then fuck up a source and then got to go back and say, why retract that and all that. So with that being said, from the source, I don't think it's true, but hopefully Lamar is getting what he needs to do done.
Yeah, hopefully with Lamar, he was out there this week. He's standing. So that means maybe he's getting healthier and maybe he does practice, even if it's limited this week. Same hopefully with Calais and Marcus Peters because the D-line needs Calais and the secondary definitely needs Marcus Peters, even though he's been burnt toast sometimes this year, Raj. These injuries, though, man, they gotta get healthy, Raj.
They gotta get healthy. And like D said, I don't like none of this information that's going around right now about Lamar Jackson. I hate everything about this situation, honestly. And it's just really just confusing a lot of people. It's been hampering us the whole season about, like I said, about contracts, him not, nursing his injuries, him not coming in for treatment, and people, spreading rumors and lies and saying that he's not, doing what he's supposed to do. It's just a bunch of bullshit. It really is. It's just a bunch of bullshit. And I'm sick of it as a fan. I want to see. I want to hear good things about this team. And they just, the whole season, they just made it about, is he going to get the contract or not, or some other stuff. But I heard the Mike Preston thing on 105.7 The Fan, and I at first I believed it until it was brought up on the internet, and he started getting roasted. And then the next day he decides to write a column, retracting his statements. Just silly, man. Just silly. So, like I said before, the injury thing, they got to get healthy. I hope Lamar does play again with the Ravens. I'm not sure where his mindset is. Like I said, last week's Postgame Show, it looks like he's with the team. He's smiling on the sideline. He looks happy, but could be just the front, just to save face. We really don't know what's going on behind the scenes. This team is very secretive, and that's another thing that I hate too. They're not very, transparent with you. They just give you one thing and then they do a whole other thing. So I honestly don't know, man. To be honest with you, I hope Campbell and Peters come back and Lamar comes back. But yeah, man, They're playing a lot of games. They're playing a lot of games with a lot of people and a lot of people's money. And if they don't find a way to get this right, they're going to lose a lot of the fan base. This could be another Oreo situation, if you know what I mean. And we don't want to see that as far as our football team is concerned.
Let's get our game ball, not so game ball, before we look ahead to week 18 real quick. D, I'll start with you, brother. Game ball, not so game ball.
All right, Byron, the game ball. I don't know how many. Mark Andrews, he stepped up his game tonight, really had a vintage game for him. It was old school Mark Andrews tonight, for the Ravens. And I'm going to give an honorary game ball to Mike Tomlin. The mofo finds a way. I don't know how he does it, but he finds a way. Motherfucker was on the verge of being under 500 for the first time in his career, and they done struggled on 4 or 5 wins straight. Gotta give him credit. Not so game ball. The Ravens as a whole. Front office, they had Mike the loser, the Costa, whatever the hell you want to call him tonight. Whatever the hell you want to call him. I don't care what you call him. You got to get it done in the draft, man. Got to get it. Got to get it done. Play calling sucks on the offensive front. We beating that drum deadly. Greg Roman need to be fired like last year. Not even last year. Coming into 2022, he's actually been without a job at the Baltimore. Mike McDonald, one for Roquan Smith. He'd be on the hot seat too right now. But Roquan Smith is safe. We'll leave Mike alone. John is still a good head coach, but again, we know with Harbaugh, he can't call X's and O's. He don't have experience on either side of the ball. He can't take a play call. So it is what it is. Great motivating coach. He's not a good X and O coach unless it's a special teams. The players, goddamn, you got to execute. There's too much shit going on in the sense of y'all can't execute. On both sides, mainly on the ball, on the offense and defense. You got to fucking execute. It's getting tiresome now. Oh, we should have did this, or we could have did that. We missed plays and all. You get millions. People tired of hearing that shit. People tired of it. You got to get it done, man, at some point. If you get it done, or you're going to be eliminated very quickly. And the latter probably will happen then. So that's my game ball, not so.
Go ahead,
Raj. My game ball goes to Najee Harris. He had a great game tonight. He kept running over the Ravens defense every chance he got. Scored the game-winning touchdown for the Steelers. Had over 111 yards. He's killing us, man. So he gets the game ball. Shout out to Najee Harris again, like I said before. The national game ball has to go to Greg Roman and his play calling, man. Play calling cost his team yet again. Calling stupid plays on third down. I don't know why Tyler Huntley is, doing quarterback draw plays. I just don't get that, man. I just really don't understand why he does that. And if it wasn't for a penalty or two, they wouldn't have had a touchdown at all. But that's just the way his offense is set up. So he gets my national game ball. He's a terrible offensive coordinator as far as the passing game is concerned. Running game, he's great. J.K. had a great day today, but passing wise, he's always been terrible everywhere he's been, and it's still showing. Even in his 5th season as the Ravens or 4th season as the Ravens offensive coordinator. So, yeah, he's got to go. He cannot stay another year here. But yeah, that's my game ball. That's the game ball. Game ball, Najee Harris. That's the game ball. Great Roman.
All right, real quick, I want to get your initial thoughts, guys, on Week 18. They play Cincinnati in Cincinnati. Cincinnati has a big game tomorrow against Buffalo for seeding purposes. But like I said, in the open, the Ravens could be in a situation where they play the Bengals back-to-back weeks. I guess we'll have to see when and where this game is played. I'm guessing, D, and I'll get your opinion because I want to get your opinion on the scheduling of the TV games, D. I think the Sunday night game might end up being the Detroit-Green Bay game. And that could put the Ravens maybe in that 4 o'clock window somewhere. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But, D, your thoughts on Week 18 overall, some of the games that we may see on TV as they did announce the Saturday games for Ravens?
Well, we know Cincinnati and Buffalo won't be playing on Saturday. So that's That's pretty much a given. That's too quick of a turnaround for those two teams playing on Monday. I think Jacksonville, Tennessee will be your Sunday night game. Has the most stakes. The losers eliminated and all
On
like
Saturday, they did. Jacksonville, Tennessee will be Saturday night, and Chiefs Raiders
really?
are Saturday afternoon. Yeah.
Okay, I figured the Chiefs would probably get a Saturday game for a second straight year. So it did. So it did come out already.
Just the Saturday, the Sunday and Sunday game didn't come out yet. Just the Saturday. Chiefs at Raiders at 4:30, and then Titans at Chiefs for the AFC South 8:00.
Wow. So yeah, you might be right then, Bob. It might be Detroit and Green Bay. I thought would be that one for Sunday night because elimination, but Seattle, Green Bay, and Detroit need to play what Seattle plays at 4 because Seattle determines those two teams' fates as well. Wow, I don't know who will be the Sunday night game. Interesting. It could be Ravens and Bengals again if Cincinnati win. But the Ravens' chances in Cincinnati, week 18, I don't like them. The Bengals have really come on strong. The same day, me and Roger, we watched Jacksonville and Baltimore play. Cincinnati's playing Tennessee. Titans has faltered since that game. The Bengals have rose up since that game. They've been dark. If Tyler Huntley's playing quarterback, the Ravens have no chance of beating the Cincinnati. And I do mean no chance. None. If it's Lamar, they got a better chance, but play calling again. And I want to mention Greg Roman, please. Stop calling screens in the red zone. Whatever red zone offense you use, burn that shit. Just put it in your fireplace and burn it. Put a bonfire in the back of your backyard and burn it. It's terrible. Whatever you run on red zone is shit. It's crap. It's awful. It's at the midnight tonight. We're doing a lot of cussing. But I think the scheduling will be interesting there, man. I think the Ravens, I'm gonna say either Sunday night and Cincinnati win. If not, it'll be a 4:25 late game. Because the game will still have meetings. Because the Ravens then gonna have to look at what the Chargers are doing, because the Ravens have put themselves in a situation. They could be the 6th seed now instead of the 5. So I mean, the Ravens like the hard way, so boy, they're getting it right now.
Go ahead, Rob.
I expect that the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the Ravens next week, even if they, lose to the Bills tomorrow or not. I expect the Cincinnati Bengals to beat us. It don't matter which quarterback plays. It's not me or Lamar. I don't see us beating them week 18. I just think that this team is nearing its end as far as the season is concerned. They'll fight. They're going to fight very hard. But you just don't. I don't sense them beating them. I just don't see it. I really don't. And the way Cincinnati is hot right now is just. I had them winning the division. To begin the year, I said Cincinnati's going to win it. So I'm not changing my pick. Cincinnati is on a roll right now. And if they win tomorrow, they're really going to be on the road. So I got Cincinnati to win. I'm not really looking forward to next week's game. And if we play them again in the playoffs, I think they'll beat us again. So, yeah, man, this Ravens team, man, they have a brother so down, man. They really do. They have a brother really down. And I don't know what the future is with this team. I really don't. But hopefully after the season's over, we can, get some stuff together. We can figure out where we're going. Get right. Hopefully, turn it around. But as far as next week is concerned, they're gonna take that out.
Yeah, I think it could get ugly potentially if the Ravens can't score over 20, 25 points. It could be a 10, 13-point deficit where Cincinnati, especially being at home, could run away from the Ravens and could get ugly, especially if the Ravens know they might have to see them again the week after. I might just have the Ravens starters play the first half, man. Just get out of there healthy. Don't even risk it. Keep some sort of a rhythm and get in on. If you got to go again next week, at least a divisional foe. Maybe you get Lamar back. I probably wouldn't even put Lamar out there next week, honestly, but we shall indeed see. Preview coming this week, and we'll be live for the post-game show afterwards as well. Before we get out of here, any final thoughts, fellas? Indeed, let people know how to keep up with you as well.
Well, I just say this, man. Ravens got to get together as an organization here, really beyond this season. They got to really figure out who they want to be. Do they want to go this road with Lamar continuously, or they want to still be saying what it should have, could have? Also, New England and Buffalo will probably be your Sunday night games. Realize the Patriots, if they win, they're in regardless, whatever what anybody else do. And if Buffalo needs the 1 seed, that'll probably be your Sunday night game.
And how can I keep up with you, D?
All right, Dive Sport Network. We're in the new year. Just came back from doing the Governor's Challenge down in Salisbury. Good time down there. Very good action on the channel. Got a lot of events coming in January and a lot of action coming for high school basketball. So keep up with Dive Sport Network and Dive Sport Net on the Twitter.
Indeed. Will you be with us next Sunday after Ravens Bengals?
Yes, I will be.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to it, my brother. Follow Dive Sport Net. Big Raj, 2023 is here. We ended 2022 strong, starting it strong in 2023 here on the first day of the year. How can people keep up with us? What we got going on the channel?
Please, if you're new to the chat, if you're new to the channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We do Ravens post games every game that they play. So make sure you follow us. Make sure you watch some of the videos. We also do wrestling content as well. AEW, WWE. We have it all. So check us out. And we do a show on Mondays at 10 live. We capture a lot of sports, a lot of NFL, a lot of NBA. So make sure you hit that like, hit that bell for notifications. And check us out, man. We do this a lot. Final thoughts. Ravens, they got to get it together, man. They really got to get it together. They play very hard for John Harbaugh, which is a great thing. They never slack on that end, but it's just too many times where they let us down at the end, and they've been doing it a lot this season.
Well, we appreciate the Flex Zone family for staying up late with us on this New Year's Day. Hope everyone had a great, happy, safe New Year, and we wish you a prosperous 2023. We will be live tomorrow for the Flex Zone podcast at 10 p.m. Hit the bell for all notification videos on the channel. We were live for SmackDown. We did a reaction to the Charlotte Flair Women's Championship, winning that hot shot booking on Friday night. Cena was in action. Videos all on the channel. Postgame Show previews coming again this week. We'll be live after Ravens Bengals next week. The three of us. More content. Follow Die on DSN Die Sport Network. Only place for us giving sports hype when you need it. Yes, if you're watching again, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Let us know your thoughts on what the Ravens did tonight after a 16-13 nail-biting loss to their rival Steelers. Season series ends at 1-1, and I think Tomlin now with a 16-14 lead over John Harbaugh head-to-head. So pretty close each and every time, but we'll see what happens week 18. Ravens are now the 16, and we'll see where they will be playing next week as well. We'll probably get all that information Sunday night, but we'll fill you in best we can on Saturday and Sunday throughout the week on the channel. For Raj and D, God's favorite host of the morning, signing out, y'all. Everybody, happy New Year. Have a great night, y'all.